Little warning ahead of time, this video is going to contain copyrighted material most likely, the use of which has not been specifically authorized by the copyright owner. I'm making this material available for the purposes of criticism, comment, review, and news reporting, which constitutes the fair use of any such copyrighted material as provided for in Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Law. Notwithstanding the provisions of Sections 106 and 106A, the fair use of a copyrighted work for purposes such as criticism, comment, review, and news reporting is not an infringement of copyright. Abusing copyright takedown methods is against YouTube policy and can result in your account being terminated. Not to mention, it's a form of perjury, which is a crime.
Look, it's real simple, okay?
I'm aware that it's simple. Simpler than you think it is.
Okay? I don't even give a fuck what you eat.
Then why do you make these videos?
I don't even give a fuck about the well-being of animals.
Then why are you a vegan? A half-assed one, I might add. Do you have a dietary problem with meat?
The question is, can you get the knife, slash a cow's throat open yourself, and eat a burger 1 hour later without vomiting?
I'd do you one better, provided the facilities. I would actually make that burger out of the same cow myself, and then eat the burger happily.
If you can do that, I respect you, because at least you're consistent.
Great, so how about you go a year without cheat days on your vegan diet?
But if eating the fucking burger requires pretending that the world doesn't exist, not having to think about the blood and the guts and the slashing and the fucking and all this crazy shit.
Oh, I'm so fucking sorry for not having my own farm and butchery.
Then that to me is weakness. That is an inability to see the reality of your actions. It's weakness. It's the ultimate in blue pill weakness. It's the ultimate in ignorance is bliss.
Blue pill, you use this term. I don't think it means what you think it means.
It's the ultimate trying to do something, but desperately pretending that the reality behind it doesn't exist. Can you grab a big knife, slash a cow's throat open, watch it, flop around and bleed, okay? And then, for that matter, can you take the meat out of it yourself and then cook it into a cheeseburger and eat that burger an hour later without puking your brains out?
Yes, this is actually something that I want to do before I die.
Without being utterly repulsed. If you are repulsed by the reality behind the choices that you pay for and engage in, then that is an inconsistency in your thoughts and your actions.
No, an inconsistency would be if someone kept eating meat after considering themselves a vegan. Especially if they chalk it down to something as stupid as cheat days, as if it's just a dietary choice that they can just cheat on once a week. And if it is a dietary choice, then why? And if it is just a dietary choice and you do have your own reasons why, then why are you judging other people for their dietary choices? Seeing as you treat yours as just something you can cheat on once in a while.
That is an inconsistency. And the fact that you'd have to pretend, you'd have to close your eyes and wince every time you see slaughterhouse footage, it's bizarre to me that you would engage and fund a practice that if you had to see the reality of it, you would wince. You would be repulsed. You would want to vomit. See, that's an inconsistency. This isn't even about all the animals and the morals. It has nothing to do with that.
You know, I wasn't going to openly disagree with this because it would be kind of unnecessary, but I'm going to do it anyway. How about you try shitting where you eat? Because that's kind of what many people consider similar to slaughtering where you cook.
It has to do with being consistent. It has to do with Are your actions reflecting reality?
I could ask the same of you. Are your actions reflecting reality? You are a human. You are an omnivore. You claim to be a vegan, however. But not only that, but I've seen your videos, and you seem to believe that this veganism of yours can involve cheat days, and you can still judge people for eating meat when you're eating meat once a week. Or in some cases more, as you've admitted to in a past video.
That to me is way more important right now, for me anyways, than it is of all the animals' well-being and all that. I don't believe there's really any good moral arguments. That's what you want to call it, moral arguments for veganism. But I think it's weakness to engage in a practice when the reality of it, you can't stand to even see it.
I'm sorry, is this a video about people eating meat when they can't stand to see other people eating meat? Or is this a video about people eating meat when they can't stand to slash the cow's throat themselves? Because when I read the title, it seems to be about people eating meat when they can't stand to slash the cow's throat themselves. I don't see anything here about people engaging in a practice they can't stand to see. That would be slashing the cow's throat when you can't stand to see the cow die.
That's weakness. So go ahead, guys. Get that big-ass knife. Okay, all the meat eaters who get triggered, the snowflake meat eaters, snowflake meat eaters.
Snowflake meat eaters, can you point me in the direction of those? Because last I checked, most snowflakes were vegans. And they judged meat eaters on the same basis that you're judging them.
Who have to unsubscribe because they have to go into their safe space. The snowflake meat eaters. Get a knife, slash a cow's throat open, remove the meat from it yourself, and eat a burger an hour later. You only got to do it one time. Don't puke. Don't be so utterly repulsed. And you know what? I respect you. I fucking respect you for being consistent and not engaging in a practice that if you knew the broader reality of what was going on to get that burger to your plate, you wouldn't eat the fucking burger.
Man, if only he knew about all the varminting and pesticides involved in his salad. He probably wouldn't be a vegan if he was aware of all the animals that had to die that he's not eating. They just go to waste.